How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, have a seat.
Thank you.
I'm Elise, and as I mentioned on the phone, I'm writing an article for Imprint, and it deals with the generation gap in our community. And when I saw that you had experience working in an old folk home, I knew right away that you'd be a perfect fit to help me gain some insight on it. I'm not going to take more than 5 minutes of your time. I'm just going to ask you some questions about your experience and some details and some memories. Feel free to share whatever you feel comfortable with. Does it sound okay to you?
Yeah, sounds perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So to start off, let's talk with how you got involved. Tell me a bit about how you got into this experience.
Well, it was in high school, and I had to finish my 40 hours.
Okay.
So then, in order to graduate, obviously, so then I was like, okay, and it was close to home, so I was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's finish the 40 hours.
Was there anything that was holding you back at all?
Not really. I actually wanted to get the experience. I thought it would be good for my resume as well, so that was the main reason I, went there.
And did you look up a senior's home, or was it?
No, I was aware of it because it was like down the lane.
Okay.
It was like really close to home. So then, yeah, I just went there and I got an interview, and the lady interviewed me, and yeah, she said you can come.
That's very cool. I remember having to do my 40 hours. It's always a challenge.
Yeah.
And just alongside that, can you give me some details about what you did day to day?
Day to day, well, I'd go, maybe take them for a walk in the morning, the seniors, and feed them, fold their clothes, and just interact with them, play games, play bingo at night, and just have fun with them.
Yep. And how often would you volunteer?
First, I used to go like every other day, but I really got attached to it, and I really started liking it, so I started going every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
And what would you spend the majority of your time doing? Was there one thing that you did?
I would go to this lady, and I'd talk to her because I felt like connected to her.
Yeah.
And I would talk to her and like get to know her, and she would wait for me every day to come. So I kind of felt like, yeah, I know she's waiting, I have to go. And like that was the majority of the time, and the majority of the time I would feed that lady because she couldn't like move her arms and stuff. So yeah.
It sounds like you really established some connections there.
Yeah, I did. For sure.
Was she that one person that you kind of really connected with?
Yeah, she was. Her name was Rita, and she was around 50, 60.
Yeah.
And she was going through illness, and I felt like I should be there for her and help her out because none of her family members were there for her. And she would tell me her personal stories about how like she has no one and stuff. So I would stay there and like, yeah.
And how do you think that affected you? Like, did that relationship change you at all? Or?
Yeah, I actually did. I actually take her like as like a grandma.
Aww.
So yeah, I did. It built me as a person. I kind of like got out of like my little bubble. I didn't know like a world exists like that because I never seen anyone suffer or anything. And going to the senior home, it really felt like like this is a whole new world. And there's like first floor, second floor, and third floor. And first floor is like they're just sick, and second floor it gets like deeper and they have certain problems, and then third floor is like the mental facility.
Right.
So I went there as well. So that was a whole new experience, and yeah, I definitely changed as a person.
Stepping outside your comfort zone is always
for sure.
an
First I was scared to go to the third floor, and then I'm like, I have to do this. I want to see how it is. And yeah, it was definitely a whole new experience.
And just alongside that, what were some of the challenges that you faced when you stepped out of your comfort zone and did this experience?
Well, when I went there, no one would talk to me. They're all in their own little world.
Really?
Because I guess they have certain problems that like they don't want to talk to anyone or connect to anyone. And one lady, she was there and like she was just screaming, and like it was. I tried to approach her to talk to her, but like she kept moving me and like kind of like hitting me. So then I just stepped back, and yeah, it was hard at first.
Yeah.
But then I started going and like got comfortable.
For sure. And it sounds like it's really just a crazy experience all around.
Yeah.
And my last question for you today is, do you think it was a worthwhile experience? And what I mean by that is, would you recommend it to other people our age to get to know the older generation?
Yeah, for sure. I think it is a new experience, and maybe in further jobs or opportunities you would have to work with seniors. So I do recommend it, but to be honest, I don't go there anymore.
Right.
And the reason behind that is because that lady, Rita, she's not there anymore. And after that, I didn't feel like really going there because she was like the main reason I actually went there. Like even when I was done my 40 hours, I would go there, and I actually did 2,000 hours there.
2,000 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, that about wraps up our time. I just want to thank you for coming in today. You really shared a lot, and I know it's going to make a great article. I'm going to give you my card. I'm going to write it up, and I'm going to send you a draft just to make sure we're all on the same page.
Awesome.
And
sounds good.
thank you again.
No problem.
Have
Thank
a great
you.
day.
Nice to meet you.
You as well.